So should I, Abhinav?
One second, sir. Good
Okay.
morning to all. Now today's session is about IPR and patents by Dr. Rajesh Kulkarni garu, Professor, Department of Computer Engineering and Director for Srimati Indira Gandhi College of Engineering, Navi, Mumbai. Welcome, sir. Welcome, Rajesh, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you. Guys, once again, this live webinar, welcome all of you. The topic of the live webinar is IPR and patents. IPR stands for Intellectual Property Rights. Before starting the seminar, few requests. Let us mute our mics. If you have any question, you can put in that question and answer tab. If all the answers are not taken today, they may be compiled and answered back to you. Few questions may be taken up post the webinar. This is a series of webinars again on patents, copyrights and trademarks, the entire journey. Today's webinar is more on the patent part and the interactive part, just to create awareness regarding what is IPR, what is patent, how to read a patent, types of patents, anatomy. Guys, as this is a webinar, live webinar, there may be some issue on video or audio or slide. So one or two representative can always unmute and talk so that I know that we are in sync. This website, hopefully you are able to see, www.ipadventure.in. This is a startup company related to patents, trademarks and copyrights, creating awareness, registering them, knowledge transfer, career opportunities. So this is led by a team of two dynamic people, Pallavi Kadam and Shalaka Tole. I am a distant associate for this company by name IP Adventure. So the slides are designed by IP Adventure team. I also participate in the design of the slides. The slides will be available on SlideShare post this session as well as on this website at a later stage, because this is we had launched this website on World IP Day, which was on 26th of April. So it's taking time to settle down. So another maybe by Jan 18 this website will be live. Again, if you had forgotten, my name is Rajesh Kulkarni. So whenever somebody asks me my credentials, I proudly say that I have one SCI paper, 7-8 Scopus papers, I wrote 5 books, I have 7-8 patents. So I published 7-8 patents. That's what is my journey of learning in publications and patents basically. So this is the list of my patents. I just try to highlight here. This is my name. Et al. Here indicates, as you know, there are many other contributors. This is the patent application number here, like this 202011008739. That's the patent application number. This is the date of publication. You may be seeing here something called as a Indian Patent Office Mumbai. It means this patent is submitted for filing in the Mumbai Patent Office. Some patents may be submitted in Delhi Patent Office. That's it. So let us say you want to verify what is there in these patents. For example, I claim that with other contributors, I have a patent by name image stitching system and method based on Retinex and features matching of low light image. And I claim that this is my patent application number. This is the patent publication. So I claim that my patent is published. So what you just do is you copy this patent application number. You copy this patent application number and go to this website. Are you able to see this website? www.ipindia.nic.in. So guys, what you have done, from the list of patents which I claim I publish, you picked one patent and you picked the patent application number. Then you went to a website by name www.ipindia.nic.in. There you may be getting many tabs, like you have to go in patent tab and their patent search is there. So there you will be entering the patent application number which I mentioned, as well as anything like it may be asking the CAPTCHA and so on. So once you do that, you will be seeing this window, the next window, ipindiaservices.gov.in. You can see the gov part here. You'll feel secure. So, and then you'll be seeing that this is my patent application number 202011008739, and this is the title of my patent: image stitching system and method based on Retinex and features matching of low light images. So this is my title, this is my application number of the patent, this is the patent application date, and as you can see, the status is this is a published patent. Well, just for your sake, I'll just count the number of words in this title. The title is image 1, stitching 2, system 3 and 4, method 5, based 6, on 7, Retinex 8 and 9, features 10, matching 11, off 12, low 13, light 14, images 15. Just you try to remember that the title is having around 15 words. The title is having around 15 words. So as I proceeded further, you can see that when I search here in the ipindiaservices.gov.in, you can see the title of the patent publication number, patent publication date, application number and the application filing date, as well as this is the list of people who contributed in that patent, and you can see here my name, Dr. Rajesh Kulkarni, as one of the contributor in that patent. So the best way to start your patent journey is try to identify few good patents in the Indian Patent Office, in the European Patent Office, UK Patent Office, US Patent Office. Try to download all the documents related to that. Try to just read it. Spend some time on reading those patents. As you can see, when I went further for search, I see that there are many documents which my team had submitted for publication to the Indian Patent Office. So I'll just highlight few of the documents which they had submitted. You can see here there is something called as form number 1. Then you see here there is something called as form number 9. Then you see something called as form number 13. Also you see power of attorney, abstract, complete specification, declaration of inventorship, drawings, power of authority, statement of undertaking in the form of form number 3. At least I am seeing few forms here: form number 1, form number 9, form number 3, form number 13. So there are in total 32 forms. There are in total 32 forms which you may be using during different phases of the patent filing journey or publication journey or granting journey. As I mentioned, the one which we had, the website which we had referred previously was IP India. Now this, if you want to search a US patent, you can go for this uspto.gov.in. Rest is visible here. Similarly, if you want to search for a European patent, you can have this espacenet.com, eSpaceNet patent search. So at least we could see 3 patent portals or websites where we can start our searches for a good patent in our domain and start reading the patent. That should be the first thing in our journey. Now, as I said, the first thing we all should follow is if I have a vision that I should publish a patent and I should get grant for my patent, the first thing I should always do is I should read a patent. And for reading the patent, I should search the patent in these various portals or in you identify some patents of your choice, of your interest, download download documents related to them and start reading them. That should be the first part of your journey. Hopefully this is visible to you. What you're seeing here is a patent title is there, a system and method for generating recommendations to minimize achievement of activity targets and maintain work-life balance. So it seems this patent is related to some method mechanism being generated. It's a recommendation system for what? Work-life balance and optimal achievement of activity targets. It was done by some Pune-based company. So just I'll repeat here. This is the patent form number 2, and form number 2 I am seeing here title here and few numbers also I am seeing here 5, 10, 15. Let us see this patent.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Sir, are not moving, so that some of the people is messaging in Q&A.
Slide is not moving.
Yes. Now
okay, but I did not. Are we on slide number? Let us say 10.
Yes.
Yeah. Then it's fine. Verify with everybody. Verify with everybody.
Yes. Yes. Sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Give me a minute. So this was the one which we had seen in the slide, form number 2, and this is the title of my patent, and this is the owner of the patent, the company by name Flow Harmonics Lab, Pune, Maharashtra. I am also seeing here few numbers 5, 10, 15, 20 here. Okay, so I have a request. Let us just try to follow my flow of words. If I utter some word, you try to see that word on the patent application form or the form number 2. So my first word I am uttering is field of invention. Okay, so field of invention. As you can see, field of invention is around 2 to 3 sentences long, is it not? Then there is one word called as background of the invention. It is having a bigger paragraph. Okay, but this bigger paragraph again is having few numbers also, like number 10, number 15, number 20 and number 25. So what it indicates, it is just the line number on this page. It is just the line number on this page. This is for people who are techno-legally involved in this patent drafting and litigations. So refer page number this, line number that. That kind of communication will be easier to immediately pinpoint to the location, because if you look at patents from chemistry background, if some of you are from chemistry, you know that if you see a patent document, it is more than 300 pages. So for the sake of communication and for the sake of going to the point where the point of interest is, this kind of method is used. Like this is line number 10, this is line number 15, this is line number 20, this is line number 25, is it not? Now this actually is an Indian patent. This is an Indian patent. I'll show you a US patent also here. And you are seeing here in one page there are 2 columns, so 3 and 4, is it not? So again you are seeing the line numbers 5, 10, 15, 20. So I can always say that page number XYZ and this 3 and then line number 10 and line number 15. So for that purpose these line numbers are used. I am just trying to connect you to the keywords in the form number 2 here. Field of invention, which is having 2 lines. Background of the inventions, which is like a paragraph but separated by, let us say, sentences. Then there is something called as prior art. So many of us who are listening to this talk are teachers, and we do publications, right? We write papers in Scopus or SCI or Web of Science. We know the meaning of prior art. It is like a literature survey, is it not? So this prior art is similar, but this literature survey is from the patents. Like here, he is mentioning this document of this is some other US patent which discloses this and that, is it not? So background and prior art you can connect, is it not? Like our literature survey and previous system what we were doing and so on. Then there is something called as object of the invention, and object of the invention you are seeing sentences, they are separated by sentences. Usually they should be separated by sentences. It is like one object, one sentence, it should be like that. So as many objects, as many sentences, and you can link to your object as an advantage. Okay, summary will be in more detail because it will be giving the entire thing. And you see here the descriptions here, like how many diagrams are there, figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, figure 4. So this is the brief description of the drawings. Like in your project book, at the beginning you mentioned that these are the number of tables, these are the number of drawings. On the similar lines you are seeing here, figure 1 will be showing this, figure 2 will be showing this, and this is the detailed description of the invention. This is the detailed description of the invention. Okay. Give me a minute. I am going to the most important part. I'll make it a bit bigger, and you can say here we claim. So this is the most important and significant word in a patent document. That is what we are claiming. So again, as many claims are there, so you are separating them as in this numbering system 1, 2, 3, 4. So you are saying this is your ownership. I claim that this is mine. This is mine. This I have done, and nobody has the right to claim this. So on those lines, these are your claims, is it not? That's what this is the claiming. And you know that the company Flow Harmonics, Pune based company, has not filed this. Who has filed this? A patent agent has filed this. A patent agent has filed this. A patent agent has filed this by name Alison Kataria. As I mentioned in the initial slide, your patent agent can be my team from ipadventure.in. Okay, you are seeing here the title again and the abstract. So abstract again, it should be in 50 words, and it should mention the technical aspects in brief of your patent which you are claiming. It is like the abstract in your paper, is it not? So hopefully you remember a few of the keywords which I mentioned, like field of invention, summary, claims, abstract, brief description, detailed description. So let us go back to our slide now. And don't forget, we are at a place called as how to read a patent. And why we are saying read a patent? Because my dream is, my vision is, I want to have a patent in my name. I want a patent to be granted. I want a patent to be published. I want a patent to be filed. So the best way to start is I should read few patents. And if I want to read the patent, I should know few of the preliminary basics, that if I read the patent document, which content means what, which content means what. Okay, so a patent data, what it indicates, a patent data is bibliographic data. A patent data is technical data, like it will contain title, abstract, detailed description, claims, and so on. A patent data will answer the questions what and how.
Sir, one second, sir. Sorry for interruption.
No issues, no issues.
Shall I know which slide is now? Number?
This is 11.
Some of them are messaging like that, not moving the slides. So that please make sure that moving the slides, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'll just in between I'll just mention that I am at slide number 11, guys.
Yes, okay, sir. Continue, sir.
Okay, I am continuing. Okay, so is it visible to all? Abhinav, just verify once. Patent data, the slide title is patent data. Hopefully yes. Okay, I am proceeding further. A patent document consists of bibliographic data. A patent document consists of technical data like title, abstract, detailed description and claims. A patent document will answer the questions like what and how. A patent document will also answer the questions who, what, when and where, like dates, prior art, assignee, who is the inventor and so on. 80% of all the technical information is published in the patent and it is available nowhere else. A patent is a patent agent to draft your patent. Okay, you can also with practice design your own patent document, but it will take some time. If you are a first time patent filer, always it is recommended to take the help of experts in the form of patent agents. And if at a later stage after 1, 2, 3 patents you get confident that now you can file, then you can always design your own document. But you know that you need a patent agent to file the documents if it is online. Okay. Now I'm at slide number 12. The slide heading is mentioned as anatomy of a patent. Okay, so this is what a patent document consists of. A patent document consists of bibliographic data, field of invention. Hopefully you remember all this from the patent PDF document, Indian PDF patent document I had shown you. Field of invention, background of the invention, prior art, object of the invention, summary of the invention, brief description of drawings, detailed description and claims. As you see here, claims I have made it bold, so it is the most important component or the most significant component in a patent document. Usually they ask how many claims you are making. Are you making 10 claims, 12 claims, 14 claims, 20 claims? Even the charges depending on the claims may vary. This is a sample of a US patent document. This is a sample of a US patent document. So if you look at the anatomy of a US patent document, you find somewhere here date of issue, somewhere here title of the invention, INID code, then prior publication date. So for this, I'd like to just make you go through a PDF document of a US patent.
Sir, use full screen. Use full screen, sir.
Okay, give me a minute. I'll make it full screen.
Yes.
Full screen. Is it okay? Yeah. So you are seeing here a PDF of a US patent document. And it's the first page. You can see here. Here there is a patent number. And if you look at the patent number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits are visible and it is preceded by US. So for US. And patent number is preceded by this 10 digit. Is it not in bracket? 10 digit in bracket. So like this, if you find anywhere in the patent document that those are the INID codes, INID codes, what are they? We'll see at an immediate immediately after this. So what I'm saying here, this is a US patent document. I am seeing few of the things on the US patent document, like patent number is there. This patent number is preceded by US word, indicating that this is a US patent. Then patent number here is preceded by an INID code called as 10. So this 10 INID code is for the patent number. Similarly, if you see here, this is the INID code 54. This INID code 54 is for the title. And similarly, if you see here 75 INID code, that is for the inventors. That is for the inventors. Similarly, you see here, after the patent number, something called as B2 is there. So you have A, B1, B2, B2, B2 star. These are the kind codes. These are the kind codes. So at least you should remember from this here that I have mentioned something called as an INID code, and I have mentioned something called as a kind code. So in priority, publication data, types of document, country of filing, title, list of inventors, assignee, references, abstract, classification system, this all comes under the bibliographic data. So as I had just shown you one US patent document, and I mentioned that 4 is an INID code, 75 is an INID code. These are the internationally agreed numbers for identification of bibliographic. So kind codes I had mentioned, like A, B1, B2, B2 star, they indicate the status of the document. Then you have an inventor who actually then you have the patent examiners who are going to examine your patent. Then you have a patent attorney, your legal firm, which is representing you for filing the patent application. Again, I am showing you here the screenshot of the US patent document. Again, let us try to go to the patent number. Okay, so that will be easy first to connect, then later on we can go further, like patent number, US, some number, then B2. And before patent number there is 10. This 10 is an INID code, and this indicates 10 is for patent number. Similarly, let us look at this 12. 12 is the document type. So 12 is the document type United States Patent, Graham et al. Then you have something called as 54. 54 is the title of the invention. The title of the invention here is distal tibia plating system. Excuse me. Then you are not seeing here, but there is something called a 75, the INID code for the inventors, 73 for the assignee, 21 for the application number. Here you are seeing the 21 application number, is it not? So at least you could connect with 2-3 things. One is the INID numbers, and the other one is the kind codes. The other one is the kind codes from this US patent. Give me a minute. The first part was the bibliographic data. The rest is the technical data. The technical data consists of title, field of invention, background, which includes prior art, summary of the invention, descriptions of the drawings, detailed descriptions of the invention, claims, then the patent number. The patent number is given by the patent office. So we usually apply at Mumbai Patent Office or Delhi Patent Office. People who can afford, they also apply at US Patent Office or UK or European patent offices. The patent office will be assigning you a patent number, and that number is up to 8 characters, and that varies from territory to territory. Here you are seeing 2 examples. This is an Indian patent number IN 312552, and this is a US patent number by name US 6763792B2, which is the kind. Here, as mentioned, IN and US are the country codes. IN and US are the country codes. Hopefully you remember from the US patent there was something called as B2. And for B2, I had said that it's a kind code. And there was something also called as A. And A here you are seeing A1, A2 like patent application, publication, which is republication. B2 is previously published pre-grant publication. Means this B2 indicates that that patent was already published. Now I want to go for pre-grant publication. Is it not? So C1, C2, C3 indicate the re-examination certificate. In totality, you just, if you are not able to connect with this, at least remember that if you find B2, B1, A1, A2, these are the kind codes. These are the kind codes in the patent application. Now coming to the rest of the data, like who comes? Inventor, who has invented, co-inventor, then the applicant, then the assignee. Under what comes the title of the patent. Then as we had seen, the title of the patent should not cross 15 words. It's a convention again. Abstract, it should not be more than 150 words. Abstract should not be more than 150 words. Then you also have in the patent document few classification codes. So that is used for categorization of inventions. Major classification systems are these: IPC, International Patent Classification, ECLA, European Classification, USPC, United States Patent Classification, F1, F-term classification for Japanese file index and F-term. You also have something called a CPC system, Cooperative Patent Classification, which is again a bilateral between EPO and USPTO. You know USPTO and EPO, right? To harmonize ECL and USPC. So US patents and the European patents harmony, to bring that they have done this. For the when part, you have filing date, the priority date, publication date, grant date. Then you also have something called as a patent family. I already mentioned init codes. I'll repeat the long form of that or the meaning of that. Internationally agreed numbers for the identification of bibliographic data. So approximately 60 distinct bibliographic data widely used on the first page of patent documents or in patent gadgets. So you may be seeing nearly 60 such init codes: 10, 12, 25, 54, 75, 73. So you'll be using them for documented identification, filing, priority, publication, technical information, international patent conventions, etc. Hopefully you remember the Indian patent PDF document which I had shown you, and I had shown you that field of invention is a very small part. It has 2-3 sentences. So usually it is written in 2-3 sentences. It describes the broader area of the technology under which your patent falls. So what is field of invention? Very small. What is field of invention? It describes the broader area of technology, and it should be very crisp and clear. Examiner, the patent examiner, should be able to connect with it easily. That is, what is the invention, what is the classification of the technology, and so on. So as you are able to see here, we are just referring the keywords which I had mentioned in the Indian patent document PDF file. The next one is the background of the invention and the prior art. Hope you remember what I mentioned there. You connect with these two words with the literature survey of the research paper which you are writing. So, but here from the perspective of the patent, if you are doing the literature survey of the patent, means the prior art of the patent, which are the other patents related to this, what is the background of those inventions, what was the field, and so on. All such information is available in the background of the invention and the prior art. Object, as I mentioned, one sentence each for one object. The object is an advantage, okay, and it should be separately described, each sentence, one advantage kind of thing, okay. This is more of a comparative analysis of the inventive technology over the existing one. This is the comparative analysis of the inventive technology over the existing one. And you have seen the summary of the invention a bit longer than field or background or prior art, okay. It gives the broad overview of the invention, okay. It gives a detailed description, claims of the specification, okay. It also describes the entire invention in its overall. Okay, the purpose of the invention, the problem it is going to solve, the advantage it is going to offer, and so on. So summary in it's more like everything. So brief descriptions of the drawings. Okay, there is a written description, okay, of the drawings, and it will be pointing to some numerals, some numbers. Then you have a detailed description of the invention. It should give the complete picture of the invention, and it should be sufficient for a person skilled in that particular art, in your particular domain, to perform the invention by developing necessary technical know-how. As mentioned, claims are the most important component in your patent document, because for this you are filing your patent application. For what? For your claims. The claims is your ownership, it is your property. When I say I have 2 acres of land and this is legally mine, similarly when I say I have 10 claims that is legally mine, it is really same. That only literal difference is 2 acres land is a tangible land and 10 claims are intangible claims. Okay, so that is your exclusive property, that is your exclusive right. Nobody has the right to make, use, sell, copy, and so on. Okay, so basically a claim indicates the scope of ownership. It indicates your intellectual property, which is intangible. So what they say is, claims, while drafting the claims you should be very careful. So be very precise and choose the words properly and so on. As mentioned, abstract. Okay, it should mention the technical field of the invention with the existing technical problem and the solution to overcome such problems. Not more than 150 words. So for third parties, then abstract should give a better information. Hopefully you are with me. So now I'd like to run a small video. I think the technology will support us. If any issue, do tell me. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Is it okay?
Audio is audible. Video is not visible, sir.
Video is not
visible, sir.
Video is visible, na?
Not visible, sir.
Okay. So I
Please
try to. Tell me.
Please. Okay.
What you said?
Please change the screen sharing option, sir. You have given permission to only PowerPoint, I think so.
Okay.
You give to all your screen so that it's easy to appear.
Okay. Thanks, Abhinav, for helping.
Thank you, sir.
I'll check it out. As Abhinav told, I allowed the entire screen.
नहीं टिकी है, नहीं टिकी है, नहीं टिकी ये दुनिया टिकी जुगाड़ पे, दुनिया टिकी जुगाड़ पे। ऊपर नीचे सभी जुगाड़ू, भारी जुगाड़ू है भी जुगाड़, तू भी झंडा गाड़ दे, झंडा गाड़ दे, झंडा गाड़ दे। हेडलाइन का डंडा प्यारे सबको बोल रहा है, नींद में भी हर बंदा किसी रेस में दौड़ रहा है। उसको बचाना है तो फ्यूचर बनाना है तो यहाँ वहाँ से जहाँ से जो उठे उखाड़, कर ले जुगाड़, कर ले कोई जुगाड़, कर ले जुगाड़, कर ले कोई जुगाड़। अरे तुक्का मार कोई या कोई चीज मार, कर ले जुगाड़, कर ले कोई जुगाड़, कर ले जुगाड़, कर ले कोई जुगाड़, कर ले जुगाड़, कर ले कोई जुगाड़।
Was the video visible to all, Abhinav?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hope they enjoyed this, and at least this video could highlight that we, irrespective of our status, irrespective of our qualifications, we are all capable enough to come out with new innovations. So even in this COVID corona days, we are finding many of the patents who are coming to us, they are very interesting. Like one patent filed for, you have that medical disposables, no? They are doing in an efficient way, medical garbage disposal. For that they have come. There is one more related to how to use the sanitizer. There is one more for the entire kit. So any adversity, you innovate and convert it into an opportunity. Now this is rather the best time for all of us innovators to come out with new innovations and give technology as a solution and file for patents. Now, this is a question to myself and for all of us. If you ask me, who am I? I'm basically a teacher in an engineering college. I have 20-25 years of experience. I did my PhD, blah, blah, blah. Great, I have written many papers and so on. So, is there a possibility for me to make a career in IPR? Yes. What do I do? So similarly, I am a student, I just passed out, I am doing my job in software. Is there a scope for me to do a career in IPR and patents? Yes. So I feel, so whether you're from chemistry, whether you're from biology, whether you're from computers, electronics, whosoever, for everybody there is a huge scope for IPR and patents, because I feel, rather our community feel, this is the most untapped area, and we all will be doing duty towards our society if we propagate this. Like I am trying to propagate patent awareness through this seminar. So you should also try to propagate that, saying that do patents, do career in patents. So this is the most untapped area and also a niche area. So for example, if you are a BSc or an MSc, okay, if you are in academics, or if you have ample scope for jobs. So let us say if you are in academics, you can do your LLB on IPR, intellectual property rights, at IIT Kharagpur, or you can do your PG diploma at NALSA, IGNOU and others. You also have a patent certificate course at Ferguson College. I am just mentioning few which were told to me. There may be thousands, is it not? So if you can also pursue your LLM on IPR in universities abroad. So you can see here a document which is from Ferguson College, which says that this is a certificate course on IPR, is it not? So the contact hours are 40 students, intake is there. So they'll be every year, like last year 2019, the forms were available between 16 to 25th August. So you always have the scope for going for a diploma or a certificate course. Similarly, you can do LLB IPR at IIT Kharagpur, as I mentioned previously, okay? Or you refer these websites like IP India, and I see their vacancy announcements, then the RGN IIPM, then PG diploma. These are various, the slides will be available to you, and these are the places where you can pursue your careers, rather do your courses, diplomas or degrees or PGs. And there is one interesting thing called as Kiran IPR training. This is for women. The qualification requirement is BSc all branches, MSc all branches. There is a 2-step entrance examination. Oh, this is very interesting again. Patent agent examination. Okay, everybody is eligible. Like, so you can go for a patent agent examination. So every year you have to refer this website, and there they'll be launching it, and all the material also is available everywhere, including this site. So you can be a patent agent too. So once you become a patent agent, what you can do? You can draft patent for others. You can work in a law firm. You can work in a patent firm, or you can work in a research firm in your organization. For women scientists, there is a scheme from DST, Department of Science and Technology, TFAC scheme. Okay, so they are in 2018 they were saying that this is a 10th batch being announced. Okay, so you will be paid as well as you will be given training also. You will be given a fellowship of 20,000 to 30,000. Then you will be getting a President's Awards. It's a winning scheme. Every year they will be launching it. So you have to refer this if you want to pursue career in patents. My sister is a patent scientist. So many of her friends have done this woman scientist course. Okay, this is the Kiran IPR portal or the website, which indicates what is the eligibility criteria and so on. So what are the job opportunities? Everywhere. You can do on your own. You can be a freelance. Like suppose somebody comes to me and says after this session, sir, can you draft a patent for me? Fantastic, I'll do it. Or my firm will do it, for which I am the distance associate. So there can be a private sector. There will be very many law firms who may be requiring patent experts, even in government sector also. Okay, so you had seen this patent document, is it not? There will be a regulatory group which will be draft, examine, prosecute, grant, protect. For all these areas you need patent experts. There is an industry also, okay, which will be using that patent, okay, so for its business growth. So here also you can do your career. Here there is an example. Let us say Deepak Singh is there. He did his engineering, then he did his law, then he wrote his patent exam. So what he is claiming now? I am an engineer, I am a BTech, I am an advocate as I did law, I am a patent agent as I cleared the patent agent examination. He is BE, then he was part of this journey, IT executive, then he became the patent analyst, IPR division. So this was his journey. He became a patent, now he is an associate partner. So what he did was he got multiple degrees which were connected with patent career. You can see here his LinkedIn profile also. What he's claiming now, he's a senior attorney at this place. He's an associate partner at this place, like this. So there are ample opportunities to pursue career in patents. Rather, it's a very untapped area. Now, if you want to study IP in abroad, you can do your LLM studies at WIPO. This is World Intellectual Property Organization. Then you have Australian universities, CUT, UK universities, these are the courses, QM, UL, UCL, USA universities, EU universities. These are the various places where you can do your IP studies. Okay. Now, career in IPR, what are the benefits? Industry is still unexploited. There is huge scope. It is exponentially growing also. Salary is good. Starting salary also is good. Growth also is good. You can work with all the branded companies. Like you know that Google has filed, every day it files thousands of patents, is it not? So such organizations, whether it's Microsoft or Facebook, they'll be filing. So in a patent learning journey, you should come to know about the types of IPRs or the patent life cycle, how to do drafting, some patent informatics, career opportunities. So all these learning outcomes you should achieve whenever you are learning a course, whether it's a diploma or anything. So Here there is an example of IPR, intellectual property right. There are few more examples, like this is a trademark. They are using Gandhiji's symbol, but it's a trademark owned by this. This is a copyright on several books, like Story of My Experiment with Truth. One more video. Have patience. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed the video. What is the message? Huge history, huge legacy, huge possibilities. I personally feel each one of us, before we die, we should have at least one patent granted, one copyright granted, one trademark granted in our name. So along with other publication, other recognitions like books or papers and so on. So, and it requires a lot of research, lot of hard work and lot of willpower, collaboration, teamwork. So through this webinar, I'm trying to tell you all guys, gear up and start exploring this new world of patents. So we are started with the title IPR and patents, and from the IPR we are using the word here IP, and IP stands for intellectual property. So property word, I know, I have a house, I have a car, I have a plot, I have a flat. So that's my property, which is real, which is tangible property, is it not? But intellectual property is not a tangible property, it's an intangible property. So what is intellectual property? It's an original idea, it's a research results, okay? And this intellectual property is protected by something called as IPR, the legal framework. IPR stands for intellectual property right. Okay. Similarly, let us say you wrote a book or a novel, so that is protected by something called as a copyright. Similarly, you came out with a logo that is protected by a trademark. Okay. So what is R in the IPR? IPR, R stands for right, and this right is the legal entitlement. Okay. So somebody violates your right. So he is doing something called as infringement, and you have the right, and the legal authorities have the right to take action against him. Okay. So a last line, if you are seeing from this slide, what it is mentioning is that copyright need not be registered. Let us say you wrote a book. Okay. It is your copyrighted material. Okay. Nobody can claim that it is theirs. You need not register it. You can also register, you need not register it, but there will be a note in that book saying that this is a copyright material of this particular author or this particular publication. So that's enough to safeguard your right on that book or on that novel. Now, in this slide, you're seeing something called as GI. GI indicates geographical indications, okay, or indicators. So for example, Darjeeling tea, it is the most famous tea, right? So, but we know that Darjeeling tea is a tea grown in Darjeeling area. So people who are in Darjeeling, people who are growing tea and selling, the companies, the manufacturers in Darjeeling growing tea can make use of such geographical indicators, right? Similarly, for example, there is a Adidas shoe, okay? So this Adidas shoe is known for what? It's a branded shoe. Everybody has a desire कि मुझे एक Nike shoe चाहिए या Adidas shoe चाहिए. So what it indicates the best functionality, whatever the purpose of that shoe is. Similarly, the aesthetics. So when you have aesthetics and functionality combined, you need not register for that IP. You always can, but you need not. So, but suppose you only have the aesthetic part. Let us say you have a Disney character, you can always register. Trademarks, logos, you can register. Now coming to patent. So here under intellectual property, you are seeing that three words are coming repeatedly. One is the patent, the one is the copyright, one is the trademark. So now the duration of a patent is mentioned as 20 years from the date of application. Now when you apply for a patent, so you'll be applying a patent in a patent office, say Mumbai patent office or Delhi patent office or some patent office. So it goes through a journey. So you'll be applying the patent, then there will be a scrutiny of the patent. The scrutiny is like first examination report. There will be objections raised. The objections may be technical objections, substantial objections and so on. So there will be something called as a patent prosecution. What is patent prosecution? What patent prosecution is nothing but objections raised over a patent application. Okay. The trademarks prosecution is different from the patent prosecution. Okay. How? The trademark prosecution has less details and less analysis. Coming to copyright. When copyright comes into picture, you have written a book, a textbook, a technical book, or some other fiction, you can always claim copyright over that. So when you say you have a copyright over that material, you have right to print, publish, perform, record. So here perform, record indicates you can perform a song, you can record a song, a video or audio. Okay, so a copyright has to be recorded somewhere or copied on some medium. Okay, you have the right to make copies. So usually the copyright is renewable, and it is, the duration is life of author plus 60 years. Trademarks, you know, symbols, logos, words, is it not? So for example, bench is a trademark. So but there was some Indian company which was using bench as a trademark for their undergarment selling, but bench company stopped them. We know that bench will never come into selling undergarments. It will sell its only sole product, but still it has got the right to stop others from using this trademark. Okay. Now trademark has an unlimited life, IP life, but trademark again is renewable. Okay. This was, you might have seen few applications, form number 2, form number 3, form number 4, form number 5, and so on. So there are total 32 forms. This was just a WhatsApp exchange between me and my sister, who is a patent agent. Like, how many are there in total? There are total 32 forms. Few of them I'll try to refer here. You had seen F2 form, is it not? It has a patent specification. Then there is something called as F8. Okay, F8, it indicates the inventor. Then there is something called as F3, for example, amendment of the patents. Recently we had filed a patent, and by mistake we made some errors in the name of the inventor. So what we had to do was, we had to submit a F13 form, which is an amendment in patents. Not just name, you can have few amendments in that. It has some fees like 300, 400 rupees. I don't remember exactly. So F10 also is patent amendment. So F9 is for publication request. F8, mention of the inventor. So around total 32 such forms are there. Okay. For this session, I took help of this team who are the founders of the startup by name IP Adventure. I am the distant associate with them. We work together. You can always reach out to them or me for any patent related journey, whether it is knowledge transformation, filing the patents, or you want workshops or awareness sessions like this. So I referred the content developed by this time, as well as I referred few of the contents from my favorite teacher Feroz Ali, who takes a course on IPR and patents in NPTEL. He's from IIT Madras. So this is what I wanted to convey today from my small webinar. Hopefully okay. Abhinav.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
1 second.
I am done today.
Yes, sir. 1 second. If there are any questions, they will be writing in a Q&A box,
Okay.
so that Sir, shall I know what is the number of participants in patents?
From this list,
No, sir. If I wants to get an one patent,
get as many, try to keep them less, but even we have 12 members also.
okay. Guys, is there any
There
more
is a
doubts?
question. Yeah,
Please
there are few
write in
questions I am
chat.
trying to answer them. I'll read out them also. There was one question called as, can my algorithm or methodology be patented? I said yes, both can be patented. There is a question, can you share the presentation? Always. After this session on SlideShare, it will be available, as well as it is also available on the website IP Adventure. So somebody wants IPR is intangible. Please elaborate. So I'll try to answer it in the form of, what is the meaning of tangible? Tangible is my 2 acres land is my physical property, but intangible is my idea which I just framed it, documented it. There is a very interesting question. What is the approximate price for filing a patent? I'll answer to everybody this. Look at the PDF I am going to discuss now. A minute. This was a quote submitted to some organization, but you look at the official fees, the government fees. Okay, first let us look at the government fees. Is it visible to everybody, Abhinav?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so focus on this official fee component, the middle 3 columns. For prior art there is no fee mentioned here. For provisional applications, like you can have 2 types of applications. If your complete draft is not ready, but you are sure about your idea, then you can go for a provisional application. Then the fees, as it is, if you are a single person, 1600. If you are an entity, small startup company, 4000. If you are a bigger company, then it will be 8000 rupees. Okay, so this is the provisional application fee for charged by the patent office. I am speaking only about the official government fees. Okay, charged by the patent office. If let us say you have the complete application, okay, if you have the complete application and you are filing it at Indian Patent Office, the fees here are all Indian Patent Office rated. 1600 plus 100, somewhere around 1700 for individuals, 4000 change for small startups, 8000 change for companies. Okay, publication request, as I told you, there will be form number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 32, like form number 30, and there will be 2 additional forms. So form number 9, the charge is 2500 for individual, 6250 for small startup, 12500 for big companies. Examination request, if you want to have an examination request, for that you have to fill the form number 18, and for the individual the charge is 4000 or 5600 plus 100, 10,000 or 1400 plus. There is a duration also here for examination. It should be completed within 14 months. So for an individual, the transmittal fee is here 3200. So for a small startup 8000, for a big 1600. This is the, let us not go here now, I'll share it anyhow, but let us try to look at what the organizations like us charge. So for prior art we'll be charging usually 15,000 to 2,000, 20,000. You can always skip this if you are sure about your idea. Then for filing the application we'll be charging, because it is not just filing, it is drafting also. So that will be 5,000. Okay, sorry, 15,000. The patent agent or a patent firm should charge 50. It varies depending on the firm. Some firm here may charge 50,000 also, not an issue. So for complete specification, usually the patent agent will be charging 25,000 to 28,000. Okay, this in PCT specifications. This is if you're for Indian patent, it will be charging 7,000. For publication request 1,500. For examination request 1,500. So these are the rough charges. Okay, there is an interesting question. What is the use of the patent? What is the use of the patent? Actually, it's a new area. That's why this kind of question will occur. But for those who are experts in this area, you know that patent litigations, patent selling is a huge business. There are companies like Apple, Samsung, who have thousands of patents, ownerships, is it not? So, and patent litigation is also there. Patent selling also is a huge business. Suppose you are ideas, you design patents, you get grant for patent, you can sell your patent to various, you earn huge money. You earn huge money. There is, I think I went up. There is a question. I have a query. What if the invention prior art is not present in India, but it available in other parts of the world? Can it be patented in India? Yes, for this the answer is yes. Okay. IPR is an untapped area. Could you explain? Because it's only select people know about this domain. So everybody, all of us should know it, right? Every student should know it, how to draft it, how to own a patent. Any certificate for participation? I think yes, on behalf of Arun sir and I can answer this. You'll get a certificate.
Yes.
Approximately how much fee we have to pay for a patent? I answered that. Can a prototype be patented? Yes. Many questions, huh? Okay. Can my book be patented? It is copyrighted.
Sir, go by sharing the answers by orally. It may be taking time.
Yeah, I'll do that. Can my book be patented? No. Your book has copyright. For a process, better go for a patent. Are we going to get a certificate? Yes. If there is a technological solution as an idea for an, do we need to implement, or the idea itself is only enough to patent? Start with the, for this question, start with the draft, come out with a design, prototype. As the journey begins, you should be confident enough that you can convert your idea into implementable thing. If two persons simultaneously go for registering a common logo or symbol or word, what will be the basis or parameter to consider to lot? Look at the population in the world. Even look at the population in India, 138 and more crores, is it not? It will never happen that one unique idea will come to only one person. There will be at least lakhs of persons who will be getting the same idea. It is just like that. Encash it. Who can encash it? They say that the inventor of bulb, the inventor of telephone, we remember them only like Graham Bell or Thomas Alva Edison. But if you look at the history books and read them properly, there were many people who also invented at the same time or who were also working at the same time. It's just your luck, your willingness to take risk, propagate yourself, market yourself. Is there any limitation related to patent per person? I'm not sure about that because I have mentioned even 12 also when I file for patents. But I'll come back to this. Patent expiry period I mentioned 20 years. What is the complete specification I discussed? Guidelines, share my slides. Is it compulsory to file a patent through patent agent? Yes, because a digital signature is required. When you are filing online, a digital signature, it is like in court there is some stamp. The stamp is available with some lawyers. They can also, what it is called, I don't remember that, but it is like that. Publication and patent. Okay. Patent is published, book is published, so you know the meaning of this. Duration, it depends, boss. 3 years here and there. If you have published papers related to patented product, can we file patent on the same? No, don't do that. If my invention prior art is present in other parts of the globe, but I answered that. Yeah, you'll be charged per page extra. Yes, for COVID, you can have ample patents. I think I'm done.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Anubhav.
Thank you. One more minute, guys. Attendees, please write here feedback form here. Slash PR. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for spending this time to almost around 120 to 130 members and guiding how to prepare or file a patent and
Thank
IPR,
you all.
getting awareness on IPR.
Thank you, participants.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir. Bye, sir. Thank you.